Welcome, everybody. My name is Jim Cerny, and I am the president of STUG, the Sarasota Technology Users Group. And this meeting, starting at 6:30 on the March 4th, 2026, is the help desk. From 6:30 to 7, we have a help desk before each of our regular monthly meetings. So welcome, everybody. I want you to be thinking of some good questions to ask. We have a lot of really top people attending. Well, there's one or two that are kind of not top people, but I won't mention any names. We're thankful everybody's attending. We have a lot of knowledgeable people to help, and it's always fun to get different views of our questions. I would like to start with something that just yesterday, I live in a community that invited and had the Xfinity people from Comcast come out, and they did not do a presentation. They told you to bring your bill and they would reduce your bill for you. And so my internet bill, without any special services or phone, my internet bill is $98 a month. And it's not with Xfinity and Comcast right now. And I think it's with Verizon. And I'm not endorsing any company here. I'm just telling you what happened yesterday. From Xfinity, they had an offer that said that for the amount of megabytes per second that I'm doing now, which is 500 megabytes a second, that their monthly fee is $50, and I would save almost, $40. And if you went with 1 gigabyte or twice as much megabyte capacity, it was $60 a month. And their plan is there's unlimited data and there's no contract. You can cancel anytime. And I do believe they give you gift cards if you join up. They guarantee that price for 5 years. So they're not baiting you supposedly, and they're going to raise the cost per month for 5 years. If you're interested in that, give me an email, jimcerny123@gmail.com. And maybe it's not in your area if you're from outside Sarasota. So just wanted to let you know. Yeah, Gene, you have your hand up.
Yeah, thank you. Verizon and Frontier are the same company now.
Yes.
Okay, so people may not know that. What happened is Verizon sold to Frontier. Frontier's been running it for a couple of years, but Verizon finally realized that they needed to have a more home base to grow their business. And so that's the reason they moved back into it. And if you talk to either Verizon or Frontier, I got a reduction on my cable because I had both services. So just in case people don't know, if you happen to have Frontier and Verizon, you could get a reduction as well on your bill.
Yes, they are competitive or trying to be competitive. And as you said, Frontier and Verizon, Xfinity is part of Comcast. So those two names have merged. Does anybody else have any comments since we're on the topic of internet services and prices and things?
My hand is up. Yep. I just posted something on Facebook. Frontier, which is my service, has a deal going now, and with a 3-year guarantee. But it's I think it was $30 for 500 gigabytes or megabytes per second, and for 1 gigabyte it was 49. No, it's got to be 69. And now they have up to 7 gigabytes per second.
Wow.
For $250 a month. But
yeah, well,
if you want that speed, it's available.
Yeah, and for the rest
in some areas, not everywhere.
Yeah. If you get internet, we talked about cutting the cable last month. And everybody who attended that cut the cable did not regret cutting the cable. So the services that you're used to getting with cable TV, they are all now available through the internet. So if you do cut the cable, you can find a provider for a cost that's reasonable to provide you with the programming that you want. But Kate, you have your hand up. Kate, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm wondering how I tell what speed my internet is.
Speedtest.net.
Okay, thank you.
It should also be on your bill. But they don't put that easy to find on the bill. You know, they tuck it away.
But you also have to remember, if you're using Wi-Fi, it's going to be less than if it's directly connected. So the speed that you're paying for is if it's directly connected to your router. But if you're using Wi-Fi, it will be less.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
my
the price,
my laptop's not connected to the router, so I must be using Wi-Fi, right?
Yes, I'm sure it is.
Okay.
yeah, the price I mentioned does include the router as well. So, any other comments on internet?
I have Comcast, or actually, I have Xfinity. I used to have Comcast, which is the business end. Then I switched over to Xfinity, and through Xfinity, I have 400 and something down and 40 something up as far as speed goes. To most people that says, oh, well, I got way better. I got news for you. That kind of speed, you really don't have any slowdowns. You don't have any problems. You don't have any lags. So, a terabyte up or down, really, yeah, right. Okay. How much speed do you really need to be comfortable and not have lags? That's the important part. I
Yeah,
pay
think
$55 a month for my internet service, and that's guaranteed for 5 years. And I pay $60 for 2 lines for my phone, which covers everything. So altogether, I'm paying $115 a month for 2 phone lines and for internet. And that's through Xfinity. And they use Verizon for their carrier.
okay, very good. Other comments? Questions?
I'm going to share my screen for a moment here.
Please do.
can.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you can see this or
I
not.
can, yes. See, we can
Okay.
see
Whoops, let me get in the
you
right
on
page
Friends.
here. Get down, here we go. This is what I posted. They have fiber at 2 gigabyte, $15 more. I'm paying $64.99 for 1 gigabyte. And it would be $15 more for 2, $75 more for 5, and $145 more with 7 gigabyte. And this is Frontier. And somewhere it does say that it's good for 3 years.
Isn't that gigabit rather than gigabyte?
You're correct.
Yeah, I think so.
There's
So
8
it's a
bits
tenth,
to a
about a
byte.
tenth of that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 8 bits to a byte.
Yeah, they always try to put the biggest number they can, whether it makes any sense or not.
And a half a byte, just for those that are old enough like me, a half a byte is a nibble.
Yeah.
It is.
That's 4 bits then.
Yeah, 4 bits is a nibble.
Is that with
Yeah.
or without teeth?
Okay, very good. So what questions do we have tonight? People, we have a lot of people. You must have some questions.
Kate has her hand up.
All right, Kate, swing away.
Okay, one more question. I have some lag, I guess you'd call it, on Paramount. All of a sudden, in the middle of a show, it'll get the gray circle and freeze. And also, when I'm using WordPress, it sometimes freezes. Is that the website or is that the internet provider doing that?
I don't know.
Anybody got an answer to
Could be
that?
either.
Yep.
Most-
And it
most
could be
likely-
this,
Yeah.
could be the speed of your internet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Huey. Maybe I need speedier. I just did the speed test and it was 50 some megabits,
Down or up.
both.
On mine with 500 megabits. If we have company over, and we have 5 people all on the internet at the same time and somebody's watching a movie, then I notice that we're a little weak and things stop motion.
Jim McIntyre has his hand waving.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Jim.
Okay. I think somebody just said that Xfinity is controlled by Verizon or something like that. Didn't they
No,
say?
Verizon, Xfinity uses Verizon's services for their phone service.
Oh, because
Xfinity
Comcast-
will have phone service or have be a provider for your phone, and they use Xfinity as their carrier. They use
James-
Verizon. Let's get it straight. They use Verizon.
Xfinity,
Yep.
Xfinity is Comcast.
yes,
That's correct.
So how can that guy say Xfinity uses somebody else?
Because they themselves don't have a cell phone provider, so they have a contract with Xfinity. And when you have Xfinity as your cell phone provider, they're actually using Xfinity. They're using Verizon as the carrier.
It gets complicated because
So,
companies establish the towers and the equipment, they own it, and they can rent it out, so to speak, or lease it to other companies. Other questions, comments? Let's
Jim,
get
good
into,
discussion, good discussion.
I think it's valuable, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Alva,
Yes, two different organizations that I participate with have switched platforms this within the last week to Circle platform. And I wondered if you've ever done any education about the Circle platform. The Dottotech Zoom meeting, or they use Demio, but they're switching over to Circle. And he said he's switching to Circle because it's a community builder and it has an integrated calendar and various things, but it costs $89 a month as their cheapest plan. I'm just surprised that people are, willing to pay $89 a month for the features that Circle platform offers.
When you say platform, what are you referring to?
Instead of Zoom or instead of, Instagram or whatever.
Well,
It's-
Instagram and Zoom are different things. So
It's not just, well, it's like Zoom, but instead of Zoom, you have a Circle room and you have a Circle live. You can live stream. They call it spaces. So you can put your events in there and it automatically populates the calendar. You can put your classes, you can run your classes on this platform and run forums and have a participants users list that other people can see if they want to be on the list. But anyway,
Zoom is raising their prices. I just got the notice.
oh,
and
really?
Yeah, I can't remember it's going up though.
I can't
And
remember what I pay
And
either.
it's more than $89. It's 100 and something. I can't remember what. I
It's,
think
I
it was-
said
I think it was-
$10 a month. I'm gonna raise it $10 a month.
Alva, the Circle that you mentioned, I'm not familiar with it. If you use it and I want to use it, do I have to join something, get an ID and password, pay money or what?
I think it's free to the participants, but it does allow the owner to charge. So there's a whole bunch of communities. If you go to Circle, I think
Circle.so. I put it in the chat.
circle.so, and you can scroll down and you can see all of these different communities for different topics that you might want to, join.
Looks like it's
Some of
similar
them
to
are
Discord.
free. some of them you have to pay to join. So maybe that's where my guy, Steve Dotto, maybe he's planning to monetize some of his learning. He already has monetized some of it. He's got a Patreon and yada yada, but anyway, maybe
Yeah,
he
this
can.
it sounds a little bit like Discord in some ways.
I don't know.
I don't know enough about it either, but it's similar for lists and groups and yeah, should be
Okay.
interesting.
Any other questions? Somebody have a hand up I'm not seeing? Give it 2 more seconds for questions. And then I have a question. Anybody?
I put a question into my search engine and I said, asked Circle versus Zoom and got a very descriptive answer.
Hmm.
And what was the summary of that? Did you have a chance to look at it yet?
Yes, I have. Circles and Zoom serve different primary purposes, though they can be integrated. Zoom is a comprehensive video conferencing platform offering meetings, webinars, chat, phone services, and integration for remote work, education, and collaboration. It supports large meetings up to 1,000 participants, screen sharing, recording, and has strong enterprise features like single sign-on and custom branding. Circles, on the other hand, is a collaboration platform designed to enhance team workflows with features like an AI companion, team chat, and integrated task management. It offers live rooms, a Zoom alternatives, allowing up to 50 online participants for professional and enterprise users. Circles aims to streamline communication and reduce app switching by combining meetings, chat, and project tools in one place.
Well, thank you, Dick. That was a good summary.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Oh, wait, Victor, you have your hand up.
Yeah, I just when the Zoom, I got the same notice. It was going up $10 a year from
$10 a year.
159 to 169. I pay by the year, so I don't know what the per month charge
That's
will go up.
that's the same bill I got. I just paid my annual and that was 169 this year. Yeah.
Which is, well, at 159, it was 1333 a month. So it's gone up from that to whatever $10 would be, almost $1 more. So somewhere around $14 a month.
Yeah,
And do you pay, or most people pay monthly or annually? Probably annually.
I think Zoom pretty much is annually.
Okay.
Yeah, I pay annually, but I think you can still pay monthly. Like if you needed to do a larger meeting or a longer meeting that you could pay for a month and then cancel the subscription if you needed to.
And I just got
At least they used to
no,
do it that way.
sorry about that.
So-
Sorry about that. I just got an account myself, and you're right. You can pay monthly or pay yearly, and yearly locks in your rate. So I decided to go yearly. And if I wanted to enhance or add more minutes or whatever, I can do that for a month or two, but I have to get a new account.
Jim
Thank you.
McIntyre is raising his
Yeah,
hand.
Jim.
Okay, this is very confusing. Are you talking about an individual using Zoom having to pay for it?
Correct. Yes.
It's those of us who use it to present. You as the end user do not have to pay for
Okay.
Zoom.
Okay, all right, that makes some sense then.
Just out of curiosity, Huey, I understand that STUG just has one big Zoom account that we use for all our classes. Is that the way it works?
That is correct, and I have one of my own that was a part of CFCS, and I'm debating whether I'm going to hang on to that or whether the couple that I have use the STUG one. So
Okay, thank you.
We've got two at the Hilton Head Island. We've got two Zoom accounts, and have paid. We did have originally three, and we've dropped one of them. But for us, it's worth it because one kind of is under the Apple folks, so they can do their Apple presentations, and then we do the board meetings and our other Zoom presentations via Zoom.
Okay, Margaret Jean, you have your hand up.
Yes, I'd like to have a conversation at the board on this because I've asked Huey at times to go ahead and let me have one of the codes, because I put a meeting together with 8 people or something, and I knew it would go over an hour. So something like that would be good, I think, for board members that are doing things where they would be getting together as a group. Now, I've set up my own personal one, so I can use it for that too. But it's limited in number of people and it's limited in the number of minutes.
Okay, we can discuss that at the board meeting. Good point. Any other questions?
I just got a pop-up reminder that Bernie Sanders is right now starting a call called Moratorium Now, National AI Data Center Organizing Call. So Bernie Sanders is very interested in these huge data centers that are being sprung up all over the country, and the water, the resources that it's going to take. And he wants, I think, a study to be done before these just get pressed upon consumers and see your electric bill triple or whatever.
But we do try to stay away from anything political, and that tends to be close to that. So appreciate the news, but
okay. I considered it technical, not political, but I see that it's over.
It bleeds. It bleeds.
Yeah. The one issue I wanted to bring up in the time we have left is the one that jumped out at me from a list that Huey sent me is printers. Does anybody have a favorite printer or a printer that they absolutely have had and hate and glad that they got rid of it?
Oh.
Okay, we'll start with Kathy. We haven't heard from Kathy yet.
I'm trying to get my video back, but hey, you guys recommended the Epson Echo, and it's great, and their customer service has been really great also. I found that the HP printers, where I had to keep buying those very expensive cartridges. Yeah, I don't have to do that anymore. And I did have a problem with the programming on the first one, but I was out of warranty, and they sent a box with a new one, probably refurbished, but that's okay. And was able to send the old one back just a couple of days ago to Epson. So far, I'm very pleased with their support, and I've probably had the printer for about a year and a half.
Did they pay for you to send it back, or did you have to pay for the shipping? You're muted, Kathy.
Oops. I did have to print the shipping label and put that on top, and I had to take it to FedEx. So they put it in the same box that the new one came in.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Crow, I think. Bill Crow, you had your hand up. You have the same printer, the Epson, and I do too. Bill, why don't you tell us about it?
Why are the Epson EcoTank? That's the one we're talking about.
Yeah, the EcoTank for sure.
Yes.
Looking right.
And I get the one, was capable of doing copying as well. So, and I really love it. Geez.
I have a brother printer. I have a brother printer I've had probably 10, 12 years or more. The cartridges run me about $4 a set, and I've been real pleased with it. If it dies, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably get that Canon.
Well, yeah.
They sent me ink with my new printer too.
Wow. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, when I opened it, based on, I think it was Bill had his first. He always is the new guy with the toys first, and then the rest of us that want to play with them, we have to get the same toy. So I got the Epson and it came with the bottles of ink and I filled up the reservoirs and there was ink left over in the bottles. So you
Sure.
have a little extra ink when your reservoir absolutely runs empty. You can put in a good deal of ink to keep you going for a couple weeks until you get renew ink. So I like that feature. I've never run out of ink. I've had it for a year.
And the tanks are not very expensive. The little tanks you used to fill them with.
Yeah,
Cartridge, well, they're called bottles, I guess.
yeah. Bill, there was one other thing about the printer that I haven't done yet, and that is you have to empty a spongy overflow thing. Could you say something about that? Have you ever done it?
Yes, I have a couple times, especially when we get one at the shop and we want to recondition it. It is a little bit of a messy job. You can buy the guts of that little. It's in the back of the printer. You have to open it up, and you'll notice you have a reservoir in there that collects the ink they use to make sure the tubes aren't clogged. And
Yeah,
so it fills up after a while, and it does need to be emptied. And you can buy the sponges and stuff that go. You can buy the whole new cartridge and just stick it in there.
great.
I went to the trouble of putting on gloves and cleaning it, getting all the ink out of it, but you don't need to do that.
And I only have one little problem with mine. I do black printing all the time. I do not do a lot of color. And one time, one of my
Right.
colors went out, and I had to clean the jets or clean the heads twice automatically, and then
Yeah.
it fixed it. But then when you clean those things, that's when it puts that extra ink into that reservoir. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Any other comments on printers? We're going to wind this up. We have a big meeting.
I just
Another
made a
comment?
comment in the chat about France and the laws that they have over there. There's a law against planned obsolescence. In fact, presidents, CEOs of manufacturers can go to prison if they're found to do planned obsolescence. They also have right to repair laws. California has that also as of this year. And the manufacturers in France must allow, printer manufacturers must allow third-party ink.
Oh,
I
that's good.
bought a very expensive Epson printer years ago, 7 years ago. It would print 90-inch wide rolls of paper, and I paid $5,000 for that printer. And the ink was so expensive that I put third-party ink in, and then I had a problem with the printer. And
Yes.
Epson refused service. They wouldn't talk to me. They had nothing to do with me because I used third-party ink.
Oh, yeah. I even heard from Mike at the refurb group that the cartridges have microchips in the cartridge itself, so they can tell you if you should get a new one, even though there's ink in it. They will tell you you need a new cartridge. But hopefully, some of that gets straightened out. Margaret, do you have a quick comment?
Yes, I have an HP printer, and I used some of the off what do you call them, the cartridge replacements. And of course, there's always a key code or something, and and if you use a manufacturer's, no problem. But if you use an off one, it may not start. But I luckily had someone help me get it started. But I found that buying those ones that were not HP didn't give me the amount of ink I was getting with the ones that came from HP. So you got to watch that. I don't know how you can tell. Maybe there's something per sheets or something like that. But I found that it was not an advantage to buy anything for that HP on the internet. Better to go right to the manufacturer. They offered me a discount, so it made it more than worthwhile. And it lasted at least twice as long. So
Okay, thank you. We have to end up at 7 o'clock. So I want to thank you all, ending the help desk session from 6:30 to 7. Again, this is Jim Cerny, the Sarasota Technology Users Group. And I'm going to turn it over to Huey to start the 7 o'clock meeting. Thank you all.